How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Hey everybody, do you feel fit yet?
Mm-hmm.
You should. We've had 2 workouts.
Fit to be tied.
Oh.
We had a very boring workout last week, but this week we had a much more exciting one. Might even call it a killer workout.
I feel like my heart rate was up.
Yeah.
Yeah, from watching all those pussies thrusting in your face.
All those. Well, I don't know if they had pussies, but
all the jiggly boobies. The longest vagina.
There were jiggly boobies, but there were no butts or vaginas. There were the places where butts and vaginas should be.
That's Kelley talking about long butts and vaginas.
There's a suggestion of butts and vaginas.
Yeah.
Like, I got the idea of one on their bodies.
That's Andy talking about the subtlety that is killer workout.
Are
here.
we jumping the gun?
About what?
About killer workout?
Are we blowing our load too soon?
Maybe. I'm here. Hi.
That's Amy Morris.
And who are you?
I'm Freddy. We're going to get physical. Continue to get physical.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't guessed yet,
we're going to quarantine you.
This week's movie is Killer Workout from Slasher Video, available on Blu-ray. One of our lucky patrons will get this in the mail, chosen randomly. And this is from, what did we decide, 1986?
We didn't decide that. That's
we
just
decided
facts.
I wonder what other kind of movies Slasher
up.
Video puts out.
I don't know, but I got to say I had a great time with this.
It was a lot of fun.
But we'll get into that later. I have the Roulette movie this week, The Monster Project.
Yep.
Not as great a time as Killer Workout.
Oh, it didn't live up to its title?
No, it was not the monster
that sucks.
That we were hoping for, or the one we deserved.
But
we'll get into that.
So much to get into.
It's true. We're all gonna be out of town next week, so next week's show will be delayed. But it's for a fun reason. We're going to see the No Sleep.
Well, I'll be in town, but
podcast live.
I won't be on the show.
Yeah,
we should FaceTime you from Kent. We'll be at in Kent, Ohio,
which is fun because that's where my son is going to college.
Four dead in Ohio.
At least 4 dead in Ohio every day.
Get ready, guys, because I'm going to annoy the shit out of you with that song. I'm going to get some remixes together.
Ooh.
Like a hip-hop remix.
You're going to throw some Lil Jon on top of it?
Can do some acoustic covers.
Yeah.
Some acapella, maybe.
Rockapella.
Yeah. Some doo-wop version of it.
Sha-na-na.
And the world is...
Carmen San Diego.
Oscars are tonight. You guys got your ballots filled out?
I'm very excited. I love the Oscars. The Oscars.
I've never been a big Oscars person.
I just love pageantry.
Yeah. I do like looking at dresses.
Yes.
I like the celebration of movies.
Have you seen many or any of the nominated films this year?
No. Wait.
Have you seen...
What were the... I saw Get Out.
Saw Shape of Water, right?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Dunkirk?
I don't care about that.
Darkest Hour?
No.
Call Me By Your Name?
Get Out.
Lady Bird?
No, but Get Out.
3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Oh,
I saw that yesterday. Boo.
But I did see Get Out.
Amy didn't like it.
Wait, you saw Get Out?
I saw Get Out.
Oh, I had no idea.
Well, I thought Amy was just keep going down the list, and Kel was like, "Oh wait, I did see that."
Best foreign language film nominees.
If Coco doesn't win for best animated feature, I swear to God, I'm gonna set fire to Hollywood.
Yeah, from director Jean-Pierre Long.
That one I did see.
Yeah, that was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was surprisingly erotic.
I like his use of flowers.
Yeah.
So, Patreon. We have to reschedule this week's Night of the Comic, but hopefully that'll be out soon for a cool reason. We'll Andy, Mike, and myself have been invited to a special screening of Strangers Pray at Night for cast and crew.
It's our first premiere, guys.
Oh my God, are you going to Hollywood?
Yeah. We're going to downtown. We're going to Clifton. We're going to Clifton.
Oh my!
A neighborhood.
So glamorous, guys, right?
Yeah.
Good grief! Are you
Glamorous
is this at the
Clifton.
Esquire?
We're gonna have cheesy fries with Christina Hendricks. I'm just kidding. I doubt she would be there.
At Clifton.
We're gonna find out if you guys made it into the background.
They don't need Christina Hendricks. They have us.
Woo.
That's all you need at the
true.
premiere.
Mm-hmm.
I feel myself turning Hollywood already. Ooh.
Mhm.
So what if you don't end up? What if you're on the cutting room floor?
I texted Freddie and Mike, like, if I'm not in this movie,
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn down the theater.
Yeah, he said Inglourious Bastards is what we should expect.
I'm gonna burn that shit down. And also said I was gonna Time's Up John Wagner.
You are such a rotten human.
I was like, he made me suck his dick to
Oh my
get,
To be an extra?
extra work. You got to start somewhere.
Not
Amy.
him too.
To pretend to eat rubber food.
I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Your house smells real good and breakfasty.
Yeah, we had bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It smells real good.
My stomach's a little.
The funny part
why?
is they had it last week.
You guys are.
It's old bacon.
They just dirty.
You know how old bacon and new bacon, they all act a little differently. I'm not judging new
There's certain
bacon.
kinds of bacon, and you feel funny about them, and it's not their fault, but it's bacon.
Well, I feel Kelly, you have I feel like you have a favorite brand because you judge us on our sausage preferences.
I don't judge you. I just Esposito's is the best bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Applewood smoked bacon is the best bacon.
Where do you get Esposito's bacon at?
From Esposito's? I don't get their bacon. We get their
The
sausage.
sausage.
Wait,
yeah.
you just said they had the best bacon.
No, they have the
You
best
misspoke.
sausage. I meant sausage.
Who has the best bacon?
I don't know. We get our bacon from
Bartertown
Meyer.
bacon?
It's Applewood smoked
Yeah. Where do you get your bacon from?
What is
Meyer?
applewood?
or Kroger.
Oh, is it wood from
apple.
an apple tree?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, I like Oscar Mayer bacon.
Oh my god.
I just like the sale bacon, wherever is cheapest.
What did we have today?
I'm very
Kroger
easy.
brand.
Yeah.
The bacon we eat when you cook it just right, it just melts in your mouth.
And it's thick too, isn't
No,
it?
bacon
is
should
thick
not
cut.
Yeah.
melt.
No, yes, it should.
No, that's
it dissolves on your
that's-
tongue.
That's
No.
abnormal.
Bro,
I like burnt bacon.
Let me tell you something. You put
That's
that
like-
on your mouth, you're gonna understand.
That's like future bacon.
It's amazing. You have to cook it just right, but it just dissolves on your tongue. And it's
Boil it first or something.
still, what?
How do you get it to dissolve?
It's just the meat. It just dissolves.
Are you getting powdered bacon?
Do not troll Kelly.
these plebes. These plebes with their
It's not nice.
cheap ass burnt bacon.
Are you
I love
using
burnt
bacon
bacon.
bits and then gelatin to remold it into strips?
I just take a hammer and I smash a bunch of bacon bits together,
Oh.
and then I put it on top of the. I turn the oven on, but I just set the bacon on top of the stove, so it just gets a little bit of that.
I cook mine in the sun.
You make sun bacon.
Mm-hmm.
You put oranges on top of them.
Sounds like
leave it out.
sounds like a very slow process.
Depends on how hot it is.
Just leave it out. Do you use a magnifying glass at all?
Well, like on a day like today, it's going to take you 14 hours to make 17 pieces of
Yeah.
bacon.
Or
And if you want a pound of bacon, you got to put out 20 pounds of bacon because a lot of wildlife will carry most of it away. But it's worth it.
So is this free range bacon? Is just out there?
Slow cooked bacon.
Sun bacon.
Yeah. Or did you cook it like those ladies from the 80s that had those suntan things? Remember the little...
Oh yeah, the little reflector.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we ever figure out what kind of meat sizzling was?
What is sizzling?
Do you remember sizzling?
No.
It was from the 80s.
That's
it
my
was,
favorite Dolly Parton song.
it was like this fake
Sizzling,
bacon.
sizzling.
I don't know if it was fake, but it was like, move over bacon. Now there's
Oh,
something
here
meatier.
comes something better.
Yeah, meatier.
Or meteor.
Yeah.
I remember because we used to say that whenever we were on the bench playing whatever game it was
Yeah.
in gym class.
Move over bacon.
We'd say move over bacon. Here,
Here
comes
comes something
something
meteor.
Or we'd say better, but
here we go.
meteor.
Sizzling. But I don't know.
It was marketed as a healthier alternative to bacon.
And then
Was
they
it like-
found
It just
out-
says it's a cured meat product.
So it's actually meat as opposed to like the fake meat?
Though the product contained less fat than bacon, it was still 37% fat by weight, causing complaints that the lean name was not accurate.
Maybe
Also,
not.
There's no cure for bacon.
It doesn't exist anymore. They stopped making it in 2005.
As they should have much earlier than that.
Sizzling. That's Wikipedia.
It should not have survived the 90s.
Do you know what Urban Dictionary says the word sizzling means?
Let's everybody take a guess.
Oh, I bet it's when you I bet cum and doo-doo is involved somehow.
When a female's vagina has low-hanging lips that resemble a strip of sizzling.
And these are like old slang users.
Yeah,
Sizzling.
That's a deep cut.
Why does it
You,
keep
you know
cutting?
the kids today, they're calling it it's like when you froth it out and it's like that Insta Whip or dream, whip
Lover.
dream.
Come and rescue me.
What was it called? What was the alternative to pudding? Nobody. Don't leave me hanging, people.
Like a low hanging lips.
Yeah.
Like a sizzling pussy. I don't know. What was the substitute for pudding?
There was this other stuff called like.
I believe you.
Was it called shouldn't?
Was it the stuff?
That's what it was. When I was a child, I'd eat so much the stuff that I would be like, "Mom, can we have some more of the stuff?" And then she'd be like, "Okay, but you have to do all of your homework first." And then I would put on my high-waisted one piece, and I would tramp around the yard and twirl my baton. And then when my homework was done,
You get to run out to the stuff hole and
I'd go
eat
to
it
the
out of the
stuff
ground.
hole, and I'd eat it right out of the ground. We had more freedom then.
We did.
Helicopter parents
Tiger moms.
and tiger moms.
Wow.
Stop.
You know what's funny? I feel like
Stuff come with the.
I feel like Kelley has food snob tendencies.
I just like good food.
Yesterday,
Oh, yeah.
we introduced Elise to Chipotle for the very first time.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was like shocked that Elise had never had Chipotle. And Kelley was like, "Well, we eat real Mexican food."
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look, I like Chipotle. I love Chipotle. But there's like never a reason for us to go there.
I get
normally.
it.
Good.
Yeah.
It's convenience.
It's good. It's not any more it's much more convenient for me to call La Canasta.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 minutes that direction.
And there's rarely ever a line.
Yeah. What's the side though? Why
Yeah.
why
But
is
look,
why
I
is
feel-
Chipotle more convenient?
No,
than
I
that?
just feel that they're two different species. Sometimes you
Yeah.
want Chipotle, sometimes you want La Canasta.
I would,
Nine times out of 10.
9 times out of 10.
Hi, Tim.
I
you
would say
doing?
I would never choose Chipotle over La Canasta.
Me neither.
Well, sure, but like
Sometimes I'm in the mood for Chipotle.
No, I
just
get
want
you.
it sometimes.
It's okay
their
to be
hot
in the mood.
salsa is fucking amazing.
It's good.
Here's the thing. Every
Probably
once in
why
a blue
my stomach
moon,
hurts.
I want a Burger King cheeseburger.
Yeah. And I just don't have that anymore.
And they're garbage. I
Mhm.
know it's garbage, but sometimes I get a craving for that artificial flame-broiled.
I want Taco Bell every day of every week.
I know.
I do want Taco Bell.
But I
all the time.
love La Canasta, and I love the real fucking deal.
I'm not judging you. I feel like
You should.
feel
I feel
judged.
like I should be judged.
Nobody thinks that you're judging us. It just
It was
sounded
funny.
Yeah, it just
You're like,
sounded
"Whoa."
snobby.
I felt judged.
Well, I mean,
you know how old bacon and new bacon sometimes just don't mix. So, here's the thing. In case you're wondering what La Canasta is, and you're like, where do I get a La Canasta? You don't. It's a single solitary Mexican grocery store in our neighborhood.
with a taqueria in it. Yeah.
yeah, and it's kind of grody too.
It's awesome.
If you want a good tacos, you find the Mexican grocery store in your neighborhood, and 9 times out of 10, they will have a little kitchen in the back where they make tacos and stuff.
It's real
That's funny.
good.
You mentioned Tim, and they do have burrito tacos
Yeah, they do.
They
at
do.
La Canasta.
They do.
But
I've never tried one.
They're not good. That's the one exception. It's too fatty. They're lamb.
Is it?
Yeah.
I probably won't ever.
Oh, is that
try
what
it.
that means?
But you might like
Yeah.
fatty.
I love fatty.
You
I love
might like
fatty,
them,
too.
Andy. Have you
I'm-
had them?
Yeah, that's why I love sizzling, because I love fatty, low hanging lips.
Low hanging.
Lamb lips.
You're all disgusting. I hate you. Yeah. Elsa's here.
Yeah,
She's
food.
visiting with her uncle Cal. Elsa had a bit of a scare this week. Something was bothering
Yeah,
her
she
tummy,
had-
and she
she-
scared her mommy and daddy very bad.
She had a sizzling scare.
She did have a
Yeah.
sizzling scare, but she's feeling amazing right now.
I took her to La Canasta. And
Gave
she
her the
was
real
like, "You're
fucking
right.
deal."
This is good.
Yeah.
This is much better. I'll never go to another fake Mexican place."
Right.
This is what
And-
she said. That's not what I said.
Yeah.
But we have to say, at least did enjoy her Chipotle.
Yeah. No, I love Chipotle. It's just
It's not your first choice.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's never going to be.
Sure.
Unless I'm right near it and I'm like, I have to have
they are
tacos or burrito now.
Immediately.
I have to have burrito now.
Has anybody ever ordered an alcoholic drink at a Chipotle?
I didn't
'Cause
even
you
know they had
can.
them.
Yeah.
That's weird.
You can get margaritas, you can get beer.
They're all in bottles, though.
It's weird. I've never done it, but I like the concept. And I think more places should do that. A little fast food, a little drinky drew, and get out of town. I like that. Anyway.
Their guacamole is awesome.
It is good guac.
So, guys,
I never
Right.
get it because it's so expensive.
You're cheap.
I am cheap.
Well, that's why I usually go with the veggie bowl.
Because
So
it kind of
the guac comes with it.
mimics guac. Oh, it comes with guac.
I think Family Guy summed it up best when they said at Mexican restaurants, salsa is free, but you pay for guacamole.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Why? Right?
Avocados are expensive.
So are tomatoes.
Some
they're
Mexican
not. They're
restaurants
cheap
you
as
don't
fuck.
really have to pay extra for guac. I've gotten Taco Loco will give you guac for nothing.
Yeah.
That lady made it for me once right in front of me.
I made guac in front of somebody once. It's very embarrassing.
I get paid to do that sometimes on the internet.
On cam?
Yeah.
You're a
Hey,
cam
man.
guac girl.
Make your money. That's what I got to say. So now you know that we really have strong opinions on Mexican food
Yeah.
Kelly has the strongest
Good.
opinions.
And bacon.
and bacon.
Melt in your mouth.
I don't have like strong bacon feelings. I actually prefer a sausage patty, but I'll eat the bacon because bacon's great.
How do
But
you feel about links?
I like links, but I'm more of a patty
You're
girl.
a patty girl? Mm.
We got to get you some Espositos.
Okay.
I think
Giant fucking breakfast sausages.
that we've established that we've all eaten
We're
poorly
fatty.
this week.
Make fats.
I haven't eaten that poorly.
Who has worked out this
Me.
week in this room?
Just let me fat in
Yeah.
peace.
Just saying.
Okay, is chili considered unhealthy food?
Yes. Unless
it
it's
really?
white chicken chili's okay.
How is it unhealthy?
It's
It's
full
ground
of
beef
ground
and-
beef and fat.
Oh.
I mean, if you can buy lean ground beef, right?
You can make a healthier chili, but chili in and of itself, if you're talking about
Turkey
beef
chili.
and pork chili, it's not good for you.
I don't like pork.
It's
in
good for my
chili.
life.
But turkey chili or white chicken chili is okay.
Okay, where does chorizo fall
that's-
on the fatty scale?
It's
Very,
horribly
very
greasy
fatty.
and fatty.
Very.
But what if you drain it?
I love it.
Well, yeah, but
You
then
have to
you're
drain
losing.
the shit out of it.
You're losing what makes chorizo so amazing. If you're eating like a taco or a quesadilla with chorizo in it and you don't have grease running down your arms,
Yeah.
then you fucked up.
If you're changing a baby and you don't have grease running down your arms,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love
you did it correctly.
chorizo babies. They're so fun and delicious.
They are delicious. Spicy.
That reminds me of a conversation we had last night where Andy is like, it's so easy to avoid getting shot by a sniper, and somehow it ended up with babies lighting cigarettes in foxholes.
Well, it started
avoiding
with the
snipers.
concept of 3 on a match,
Yeah.
which is the whole World War II thing of you don't light 3 cigarettes on a single match because a sniper will spot you, and in the time it takes to light 3 cigarettes, he'll hone in on your position and shoot somebody.
Yes.
Andy could not conceive of how
You wouldn't,
you wouldn't just
bend
turn
over.
your back or like shade, cover the light, which is a good point. But he was really confounded by it, and it ended up becoming a talk about how did we get to
Babies.
I was high, I admit.
babies?
So I can't. My thoughts weren't very lucid.
It was, what if they, do snipers feel bad? What if they shot a baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then it was,
Thank you.
babies light
That's
cigarettes.
right.
No, I think because we were talking, because is lighting a cigarette at night, right? That's when
Yeah.
they get you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think my point was like you don't know what you're shooting at because it's a dork.
Yeah.
And
could be a baby.
It could be a baby
A baby in a
Yeah.
foxhole at night.
smoking a cigarette.
I did record some of this conversation
People were different back then. They
just
were
for
tougher.
myself.
That's why they're called the greatest generation, because they were just tougher.
Yeah,
And so those babies, they started early.
exactly. Should we add that as a bumper at the end?
We
of the
don't need
episode?
any
No.
namby-pamby non-smoking babies.
If people want
Yeah.
to hear it, maybe I'll put it. If you want, Andy, I can put it.
That's
on the
why the
Patreon.
libtards are winning.
That's
But that's up to you.
exactly. Because
I'm
nobody
fine
makes.
with it.
Nobody
I have no
qualms.
compunction.
we
about
need to
it.
listen to it first.
Yeah.
'cause
Sorry, Amy, you're a woman. You should let them finish talking.
Sorry, Amy.
Hey, women can own their own businesses like Rhonda Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, patreon.com/NOTLP if you want to support the show. There are many levels.
If you want to hear Andy's rant,
Yeah, we'll put it on the Patreon.
Was it a rant
it's
or just
yeah,
amusing?
It was pretty amusing.
I would say it was amusing.
That's
Just
what-
know that Andy, dear snipers, Andy's on to you, and he is not afraid of you. So I encourage all snipers to
He thinks you're real dicks for shooting babies,
I don't
though.
smoke, Amy.
quit shooting babies. He has that. That's his first point. Okay.
Somebody has to say it, Amy. And I'm gonna be the first. That's gonna be my platform I run on in 2018.
Do it.
Don't shoot babies.
Andy's running in the midterms. All right. Anything else before we move on? Whorehound Weekend is fast approaching. Just a reminder.
Yeah, Kelly said, speaking of babies, and showed me a baby with a spider body.
Okay.
In the H.P. Lovecraft activity.
Wonderful.
Book. Did I say H.P. Lovecraft?
Lovecraft.
I can't speak.
I know I'm like 3 episodes behind on my X-Files episode by episode Patreon exclusive. I've seen 2 of the 3 that have aired.
Is it over already, the season?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've just got to get
as far
around
as
to
I'm
it.
concerned, it is.
Oh, shut up. The 2 I saw weren't that like super great.
Last night we were eating and Freddie was like, X-Files sucks this year.
You suck this year.
It does. It's terrible.
You ever think about that?
Well,
I
Amy
think about
does,
how much I suck all the time.
Oh,
A very low self-esteem.
Does it suck, or is your opinion colored by your fandom?
I am
of
100%
X-Files?
biased. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, how I was totally biased and had a chip on my shoulder going into 3 Billboards because I was like, no, thank you. This is not my kind of movie. That being said, X-Files is always my kind of thing. So I'm definitely handicapping it, for sure. Did I use that correctly?
Mm-hmm.
The word handicapping?
Yeah.
Like you add points?
I would say it's handy capable.
Well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So, but I'll get around to that eventually. I'll probably just do a big clump at one time. If you were wondering, if anybody cared at all, just know.
I like to handicap things instead of handicap things.
Oh,
Hot fries?
Yeah,
The
hot
best
fries.
hot fries.
Yeah. You can't find them very often.
I go to real hot fries.
You can find the cheddar fries everywhere, but not the hot fries.
I feel like they only exist in gas stations.
Yeah.
Actually, the more I think about it, if I'm going for a spicy little like treat, it's gonna be a Taki.
Yeah.
You guys are giving me heartburn.
Okay. Well, we'll go get you
Talking
some
about
Alka-Seltzer, and we'll be right back.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for straight to video Russian roulette.
Hey, I had the Roulette movie.
You sure did.
What a treat. The Monster Project. Here's from IMDb. A recovering drug addict takes a job with a documentary crew who plans to interview 3 subjects who claim to be real-life monsters. Good concept.
Like, is one of them like, I'm a Dracula? One of them's like, I'm a Frankenstein?
Basically.
One of them's, I'm
yeah.
a mummy.
Yeah.
I just realized that this movie did a thing that 3 Billboards did that I don't like.
And what's that?
Like, it's just completely unnecessary subplot. Why does it matter that the guy's a drug addict? It didn't matter one bit to the story.
It did in the end.
How? Just talk about
Anyways.
it. We both hated it, so you can spoil it.
I didn't hate it.
Well, I didn't hate it either. Okay. It just wasn't good.
The problem with this film is it's a feature-length film with a short film conceit.
Right.
It should have been a 20 to 30 minute movie. It's found footage.
Mm-hmm.
We're set up. We meet Jamal, who is this guy who is doing like some sort of reality YouTube show, and his buddy Devin. They're creating like a fake monster encounter shot in infrared, and then putting it on their YouTube page. And they're like, "We're getting a lot of hits. You know what we should do? Something bigger." And I have an idea. Why don't we try to find real monsters?
They're like the Logan Pauls. Just
doing
doing it for the hits.
Yeah, they're doing it for the hits. And
Putting on the hits.
I gotta say, Jamal's just irritating.
Yeah, he was a really irritating character.
Yeah, this guy's previous work includes Sex Sent Me to the ER, which I love.
Yeah.
So I thought for sure I'd like him in this. But not so much. He's just real grating. It's a kind of a dated, like, it's like a dated presentation of a real, like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, so just move on.
He's kind of like, oh shit, I'm not even getting into this. Oh damn. Does that help?
I got you.
I don't know how else to say it
I don't-
except for to imitate it.
It sounds very
just annoying.
YouTube-y. Because
Well,
that's how they
yeah.
are. They're very outsized with their reactions and
Maybe that
kind of
maybe,
fakey.
maybe that plays to it.
Yeah.
Maybe he was doing a great job and I just didn't know. But there was something real grating about the caricature nature of the performance was almost like borderline offensive.
Like these YouTube famous people, they're very caricaturish.
I
anyway.
don't watch any of it.
PewDiePie.
I don't know anything
Yeah.
about any of these
My
YouTube
kids
people.
love. Well, they love and hate them. But they know all of it. They know the lore.
Yeah, they're superstars.
They know the lore of YouTubers.
And I'm too old to have gotten into that, and I don't have kids to bring me into it, so I don't know about any of it.
Well, I don't want to be brought into it,
Yeah.
but they insist on bringing me into it.
Yeah,
And
this guy sounds like those annoying vloggers that exaggerate everything and exaggerate their reactions.
All they do is make fun of other things. That's all YouTubers do. Is
I
like
don't
make
get it.
fun of
Well,
movies.
this character's not like that. The character is just kind of almost a racial stereotype.
I know that's what you're trying to get at.
But I don't know. There's just something very uncomfortable about the performance. If you watch it, you let me know what you think. Okay, Devin, the guy who is his boss,
Boss Devin,
is like this slick, self-employed videographer kind of guy.
Slick Boss Devin,
and he has an ex who's named Muriel, played by an actress named Muriel, so no one got confused on set.
Oh,
she has a complicated past with Devin, and now
It's another unnecessary bit of...
yeah, there's a love triangle they throw in for some extra spice, which I have to give props to them for trying.
You're not wrong.
They did try to create some drama here because now she has a new boyfriend named Brian who's a recovering
Not her
heroin
boyfriend.
addict.
They're just friends.
God, there's a lot of recovering drug addicts in this.
No, he's the only recovering drug
he's
addict.
the drug addict.
Now you meet Brian because he lives with Jamal.
And Muriel.
This is
And Muriel
complicated.
lives there too. I didn't even catch. I didn't
They're
really place
all
that
roommates.
together.
Okay, this sounds unnecessary too.
Freddie, just move on.
Is it kind of like what Amy said, the drug addiction thing?
You're just like, who cares?
Well,
This
here's
is a
the
dumb monster found footage movie. You're just friends
Hold
in
on.
LA. Move on.
No, but this is where they try to create some
Amy
substance.
doesn't want Freddy to review this movie.
No.
Because he's wasting time on the dumb shit.
No, this is where they put the filmmakers probably considered the meat of the human element in it.
But we don't care about the human stuff. We care about the monsters,
It's a
right?
dumb
you
found-
won't.
I care about it, Freddy.
Thank you.
I
They
wanna
could have spent
hear-
more time with the
No,
monsters.
Brian's dark history is something really bad happened because he was on these drugs and somebody clearly died. He has this problem.
Yeah.
He's doing a daily video diary and sending it home to his mom and dad. And it's not even clear that he's the main character until, because you set up Jamal and Devin as your main characters right away. Then you introduce this Brian character, and it's kind of awkward how they shift the focus
Hey,
to
Muriel,
him.
who's this Brian character?
Well, they end up renting this house to go film these interviews because they do get contacted by 3 people
who claim to be monsters.
who claim to be real monsters.
I'm a Dracula.
They're going
one's
to do
a
a real
skinwalker.
reality show. That's what this is about.
Yeah, they're going to interview them. 3 series of 3 interviews in this creepy location that they rent from this guy and his messed up wife who's in a wheelchair.
Mhm. Is it the house from VHS?
No, it's a little more on the nose, spooky than that.
Ah,
one.
gotcha.
So they get contacted by Skinwalker,
Mm-hmm.
a Mexican werewolf.
Yeah.
A Japanese girl who is possessed,
Oh, like a Samara type?
kinda, and a sexy vampire lady.
Mm.
Okay. They all meet up at this house. They start interviewing them, and the shit hits the fan.
'Cause they're
I
really
am going to spoil it
monsters.
because I
But there's a lunar eclipse happening at
Right.
the same time.
right. So the shit hits the fan, and this is where the movie shines. Is the effects are very
Mhm.
good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I might watch it just for that.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job with that.
Yeah.
The scary stuff when when it finally gets going, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is mildly entertaining.
And that's why it would have been a great short because everything else felt like filler. And then the twist at the end is very similar to like Paranormal Activity 3, where it turns out that, and again, spoiler alert, if you're really interested in seeing this, skip ahead like a minute. Devin, this was his plan all along. He chose them, especially the addict character, to come because they all had these different reasons. They were part of his grand plan, and that he wanted Muriel to get possessed by the demon that was in the Japanese girl, that he was really working with some sort of cult, and that the guy who owned the house and his wife and everybody, they were all in on it.
Nice.
So that's why they chose the lunar eclipse
I
that
guess,
date.
yeah.
Right. Which, I mean, like, I don't know how deep this Devin's backstory goes and how he already had a history with all these people making, wedding videos or whatever it was before they got their YouTube channel. Like, at some point, he joined a cult and became some sort of demon master general.
My favorite thing
Devin
that
the Demon
happened
Master.
in this movie, though, is it's found footage. and you even get the footage when Brian is thrust into a vision after being attacked by one of the monsters. His camera's still working in the vision.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening right now?
I didn't have a problem with that because
I did.
I'm okay with when you make a movie, rules are meant to be broken.
Okay.
You shouldn't feel
Well,
confined.
I didn't like it enough to allow it.
Because I actually thought that scene was one of the more...
You don't allow it.
I did not allow it.
It's one of the more interesting scenes in the movie. It's Brian's birthday party he's remembering where people brought him drugs while he was in recovery, and they're all hanging out in this backyard scene. There's all these folding chairs. And in the vision, it almost has like a vibe of like an old cemetery with the stones, the way the folding chairs are standing up.
Mm-hmm.
And the demon character who's possessed, she comes through them and she kind of whips her arms out and they start flying away. It actually visually is really interesting, and I'm glad they did it, because if they forced themselves to constrain themselves to the rules of found footage for found footage sake, they never would have had this vision sequence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't break it like they did in, like, for instance, like in Rec 3, where they break style and go into like a traditional narrative style.
Which is the best Rec, by the way.
Yeah, it is really good.
That's a good one.
So I'm glad they did that. So I don't want to shit on that scene. It is weird though, because it's still in found footage style. Why would you be seeing this through the camera if he's the one having the vision and it's not really being recorded? That makes sense from a logical standpoint.
Maybe his eyes turn into projectors.
That's what it was. That makes sense. Either way, there's a lot of like potential visually here with the effects team. I think that worked on it, did a great job.
Yeah.
Is the werewolf good?
Yeah, I thought that
the
was
werewolf was very good. The acting was mostly good, except for again, Jamal. The performance of that character was really grating and felt almost out of place with everything else that was going on. So that's the Monster Project.
It was very complicated for you, I see.
I may watch this.
You
should.
It's on Amazon Prime. It was a Kickstarter movie. Like, people made it happen.
You made it happen.
You. All right, everybody. Let's see who's going to watch the next one. I have a movie gun. One movie bullet in it. Andy, your turn. You live. Mikey B, not even here. But I'm mentally handing him the gun and saying, shoot yourself. You live. Amy. I live. Kelley.
Oh, damn it.
Hey, Kelley.
Aww. You get to watch Night World. Starring Robert Englund. And Jason London. A former LAPD officer takes a job as security chief at an old apartment complex in Bulgaria.
Broke into the old apartment,
where he's tormented by inexplicable events.
where I'm tormented by inexplicable events.
Streaming on Netflix.
Streaming on Netflix, streaming on Amazon, probably streaming on other platforms.
This does not sound like it's going to be
Night
melt in your mouth
World.
bacon.
Shut up. You don't know.
I do know. It's got Jason London in it.
Well,
You don't like Jason London?
I don't like either of the London brothers.
I don't think I've seen enough of them to have an opinion on
Dazed
that.
and Confused is pretty great.
That's very
But they don't have a huge part in that. I mean...
That's a very strange person to have an opinion on.
It is.
A London.
How do you feel about Jason Paris, France?
What do you think about
Now
Fergie's London Bridge?
I do love that beat.
My London Broil's pretty good too.
I love a London fog jacket. Keeps the water off real nice.
Joan London.
Yeah, she's doing old people commercials now.
Yeah, a lot of lotion commercials too, right?
Yeah.
Gotta stay moisturized, ladies.
I heard she has Sizzling.
What did you say?
I heard she has Sizzling.
She has Sizzling. Sizzling. Why can't you be true?
Yep.
That's why she got fired from Good Morning America.
Yeah. Ruined too many chairs.
All right.
Well, no matter how long her skirts were,
Oh, let's stop
it was
here.
still poke under.
I'm just gonna.
She's just
okay.
tripping over him.
Yeah.
Bye.
This week's main attraction is from 1986, we decided. Killer Workout. Here we go. From the box. A model with a promising career, Valerie, heads out to the local fitness club to use their suntanning bed. She needs to look her best for her Cosmopolitan magazine cover shoot.
She's going to Paris.
This is not what the movie is about at all.
Alas, Valerie's visit will end in tragedy when the machine malfunctions, burning her to death. Despite Valerie's death being a public relations nightmare, things are back up and running at the club with the iron-fisted Rhonda, Marcia Carr from Maniac Cop, in charge. But tragedy is lurking just around the corner when another club member is soon found stabbed to death. Enter Lieutenant Morgan.
Good grief, they gave the whole thing away.
Yeah, they did. David James Campbell from Scarecrows. The cop on the case. Tasked with solving the crimes, he's in for more than he expected as the body count rises. Who's behind the grisly slayings? What's their motive? And who will be the next victim? And I love there's a disclaimer on this Blu-ray that we purchased that we will give away. 20 of you lucky patrons, patreon.com/NOTLP. Disclaimer, Killer Workout is presented using the best available elements provided by Slasher 2 Video. I don't know if it's Slasher Video with 2 slashes or if it's Slasher the Roman numeral 2.
I think it's just Slasher Video.
Not sourced from an HD master, remastered from PAL, Beta, SP, and up-converted to Blu-ray and DVD specifications. It has a photo gallery, original Killer Workout title sequence, and Killer Workout trailer.
It's also called Aerobicide.
And it's also called Aerobicide, which is what the title card on the actual movie says when you watch it. So.
Yeah, it's very much not a true Blu-ray in that you see it go blurry sometimes, like very blurry.
Tracking lines.
It starts it's like blinking, like
they really
the lights.
just wanted to put it on a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Disc.
It's funny. It's kind of fun. And they even like the packaging. I appreciate the style of the packaging because it looks like it has kind of a VHS box vibe to it with the art and everything.
Yeah, totally.
This was fun.
I don't know. I found it flat. And it was long too.
I will tell you that Andy
lacking any curve. Well, never mind.
It was lacking genitalia.
Yeah, Andy called the killer within the first minute of the movie.
Yeah,
it wasn't hard to figure out.
No, it really wasn't. Yeah. But
and I was high
because he got high. He's smarter.
I was gonna predict the killer in Aerobicide, and then I got high
and did.
So
gonna eat your pussy too.
Those aren't my lyrics.
Then I got high.
This is just your basic 80s tits, ass, boys fighting.
Well, ass.
Wearing shorts.
Let's dial it back.
Yeah, we're being
BMWs.
We're being very generous with the word ass.
I love the just
crazy
from the get-go,
cops.
The tanning bed design. It almost looked like a giant casket.
Well, it was. Or was it?
Yeah, it did turn out to be. And she caught on fire in there.
She burnt up.
Yeah.
Turns out our sexy model going to Paris to be on Cosmo is the killer because she didn't die in there.
Yeah, and she hates beautiful people.
Yeah.
But she, sort of like in the movie last week, it's like she waits till the movie starts to start murdering people. There have been years intervening.
Yeah.
But
it took her 7 years to get her face back. I guess.
She doesn't kill all the beautiful people because all those kids in her aerobic class, she doesn't really kill them or the aerobics class.
And the choice of weapon is like really odd in this movie. It's a giant safety pin from her keychain.
Yeah.
That
like you had in the 80s. Remember those?
Yeah.
It was only like the actual.
It's like a novelty safety pin from Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah. The stabby portion is only a couple of inches long, but she murders with it.
And she puts it right through somebody's skull in this movie.
Yeah, and kills him right away. I feel like that would just be maybe you're now a vegetable, but I don't think you die.
Who was the first victim? Was it the girl that got stuffed in the locker?
It was the girl in the shower.
They're late.
So shower girl gets stabbed, which they show.
Shower girl is always the first to get killed, I feel like.
Never be the last person in a locker room.
No, never shower.
Because if you are the last person in the locker room, you are going to be murdered. That is just the truth.
That's what we're learning.
I don't get why she just didn't wait till she got home to shower. Because it was night.
Maybe she was going out right after.
Like they were closing up.
It's the 80s.
Get your ass out of there. People want to go home. Or you know what? Maybe she deserved to die.
Maybe she didn't want to use her own water. Like I'm paying like same as you. I'm going to use the amenities.
Yeah.
Probably.
So you think Rhonda's this embattled lady, right? Who's just trying to keep her gym going.
She always looks pained and pissed off.
She does. She looks like Joe from
Facts of Life. She looks exactly like Joe from Facts of Life.
I had the biggest crush on her when I was a kid.
I did too.
Yeah.
This lady is very pretty.
Yeah, she's attractive.
When she takes her wig off, she's all burnt.
Her titties are all burnt.
But even her burnt titties are nice.
She's got a butter.
Well, yeah, they're well shaped.
Yep.
What'd you say?
She has a butter Freddy Krueger body. Remember?
Well, like we spoiled it already, but
yeah, I mean, who cares?
No, like she was in the tanning bed caught on fire. Everything burned except her face
Mm-hmm.
and her neck and her hands. It was,
That's all you ever see.
exposed.
it was
yeah.
a very localized fire.
And so she gets a kinky ass wig.
Mm-hmm.
And she opens her gym back up, and then 7 years later, she's like, "Fuck all of you! I'm gonna start murdering."
It's like your face isn't burned. You can still model, bitch.
Yeah.
So after they find the first victim and it's stuffed into a locker, as one guy
Model
puts it,
turtlenecks.
cut up into pieces and stuffed in the locker.
Yeah, she also doesn't take any time for body disposal,
And she's not cut up into pieces. She was
No.
stabbed with a safety pin.
and then just shoved in a locker.
And they're like, they found her cut into pieces in a locker. She wasn't.
Nope.
She had a tiny hole in her.
Like 3 or 4.
They probably couldn't even figure out the cause of death for a really long time.
Well, she did. I mean, she probably could have made it to the hospital in time to get that
I'm sure she was fine.
plugged up.
Yeah. It's practically body modification.
Yeah.
But
no different than a throat piercing.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of these kind of interstitials between scenes, between murders and all that, of the ladies in the jazzercise class.
It's kind of the same interstitial.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just thrusting
The
their
Bumblebee lady. The
high
Bumblebee
cut-
lady is very prominent. She's the one in the yellow and black leotard.
She's got the short haircut.
Yeah.
Like they're laying on their backs, just spread eagling.
They're doing a
thrusting.
doggy style thrust.
It was just
Yeah.
a lot of writhing. I don't know how good of cardio workout that is.
And they were so in sync.
They
Like
were
just for a workout class.
My favorite part of that scene is when Elise points out something that no one else had mentioned, and she goes, "There's no one leading this class. They're just perfectly choreographed.
Yeah.
They're like,
Like a hive mind."
like a Stepford aerobic wives.
Yeah.
I have never seen such high cut. Like I've never seen stuff
It
like
was the
this.
highest cut. It was cut all the way up to their
Like
neck.
Yeah.
pulling your vagina. Ow.
Okay, it's one thing to have very unflattering clothes,
Yeah.
but I don't want to body shame people, but their bodies are so weird.
They're just straight.
I disagree. I think that's just the outfits.
No.
I don't know that clothes can make your butt that flat.
Yeah.
So the one of the teachers, she's wearing like a thong basically in high heels
They
and like
all
a
are.
leather vest, and that's her workout outfit.
Yeah.
And her ass is the longest, flattest thing I've ever seen, which is just like, thank you, Sir Mix-a-Lot, for letting us know there was something else out there then.
Yeah. Thanks for move over, bacon. Now there's
Yeah.
something
Oh,
meatier.
they're the sizzling of the butt world.
Yeah.
They had debilitating cases of nositol.
And I feel I'm sad
needs
that
to be
that
a-
was the thing.
There needs to be a telethon for these girls. Give these girls asses. I mean, I felt so bad for those thongs because those thongs are working hard.
Yeah.
There's nothing to keep them in place.
Yeah, they put them in the outside bin at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thongs should just be shifting on the ass because there's no cheeks to hold them.
Nothing to keep it in.
Yeah, it should just flap, really.
At one point, Amy said, "I can see lips."
Well, the camera was right in her crotch, and she's got her legs splayed
But
open.
this is
I
what-
swear to God.
Well, this is what I noticed. I feel like you should have seen lips.
But
I
nobody
did
had.
not see lips. It just looked like a flat. It's just like there's no way that shouldn't be sucked up into her fucking labia, like a fucking goddamn pussy wedgie, but nothing. It's just nothing.
Nobody had camel toe.
And the frontal crotch area, it gave the outfits, it gave the illusion of very long vaginas.
Yeah.
Like I felt like the
It
vaginas
started at their belly button.
it went up to their belly buttons. I feel like
Why the long vagina?
why?
Champ.
Let's just say,
I
not
feel
a good look, ladies.
Yeah, I feel like their toilet paper budget was through the roof at this gym because every time they pee, there's so much surface
So
area.
much to wipe.
You're saying they have more front to back?
Yeah, there's so much surface area to
We are
wipe.
children, but this is funny.
They have one of those old timey like drying rack things for your hands where it just like it cranks the towel,
Ew, I hated those. Those are
I hate
gross.
those.
and they just have to straddle those, and they're okay.
You know that, like, where you put the towel between your legs and you
Exactly.
shimmy it back and
Like,
forth?
yeah, like
Yeah,
floss.
well, it's while you sing. It's while you sing a splish splash. I was taking a bath.
One of the few trivia pieces of this movie is
I
that,
sing La Cucaracha.
that the director and the photographer did not get along because the director felt the photographer didn't respect him. And I'm wondering how much of that is tied up in filming these scenes of butts and crotches thrusting at the camera.
Like, and then boobies jiggling about.
Did one of them fight for it and one against?
Yeah.
Or do you
This
think
is
it was
supposed to
where
be
the camera
artistic.
could go? Yeah.
Speaking of jiggling boobs, there was a particular set that I thought we were going to be treated to because they feature her prominently in the aerobic scenes.
No,
We
never
don't.
saw him.
We did see boobs though.
Yeah, we did.
They're good boobs.
Mhm.
80s boobs are the best boobs.
I love the 80s.
But just like,
Boobs.
did nobody wear sports bras? Like, I know
Did
they didn't have big boobies, but
did
it
they
still
have-
hurts.
Well, the one lady did.
One lady had a real big
Yeah.
boobies.
Did they have sports bras back then?
I don't know. I didn't have boobies in the 80s. I didn't have them till later.
I didn't have boobies in the 80s.
You sound. I didn't have boobies in the 80s.
I didn't have boobies then. I was just a kid.
Where's your boobies?
I had an Atari 5200. I didn't have boobies.
I just feel like these ladies are bouncing up and down, and I'm just like, ow, ow, ow.
So there was more to this movie.
Some
than
murders.
that.
Oh, and then would-be rapist Jimmy.
Well, there's weird chunky, not chunky like fat, chunky like
Muscular.
yeah, he's
Like beefy.
He's like a
Yeah.
hunky, not chunky.
They're
Sorry.
swole.
Funky chunky.
No, he looked like a 50s movie star because they weren't cut back then. Remember?
Yeah. He was kind of a Bluto-esque
Yeah.
Big
kind of
hunk.
character.
Yeah, and he's like constantly trying to rape Rhonda.
And everybody really.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he'd have taken anything he could get. He's like, sizzling whatevs.
And then the super buff Dawson shows up.
Yeah.
After the murders start, Chuck Dawson is sent to work there by Rhonda's mysterious other partner.
James Vanderpex.
Yeah, James Vanderbeek.
He looked like straight up James Vanderbeek.
It's like if James Vanderbeek played Prince Adam.
Or if Dolph Lundgren played James Vanderbeek.
That too. Either way works.
But it turns out he's really a private investigator.
Well, it's his first day working at Rhonda's workout, and she finds him going through her filing cabinet right away. He's like, "I'm just trying to get a feel for the place. It's my first day."
Yeah.
And then
he beats up a customer in the parking lot. Well, but that's Jimmy the would-be rapist.
Yes.
So Jimmy the would-be rapist.
Yes.
Yeah. Jimmy's character leads to, and has, upon discovery of, a dead body, one of the greatest choreographed fight scenes in an 80s slasher movie outside of They Live.
Well,
And there were
I
several.
felt all the fights were pretty good, which was kind of odd.
Are
It didn't need it.
Yeah, it is weird. Are you guys talking about the one where he jumps over the railing?
Yes.
And the guy's like, I didn't do it!
Yeah, all he gets out is he finds the body of the weightlifting guy who is killed by them cutting the cable, which knocks him off the Nautilus machine, and then his head smashed with a big old
Yeah.
dumbbell.
And
Yeah.
then the guy gets poked by the safety pin through the skull.
The guy comes and finds the body. Yeah, and the guy had a great beard, but it didn't stop a safety pin.
Nope.
Nice beard. I don't think it'll stop any safety pins. And it didn't.
It
Went right
didn't.
through his skull into his brain
Mm-hmm.
and instantly killed him. And then Jimmy the would-be rapist finds these two bodies. And then another gym patron/employee comes in and screams. The private eye, Dawson, comes running in like Flash Gordon, jumps over the railing. Jimmy the would-be rapist says, "I didn't do it." And then
No, that wasn't
No,
Jimmy.
Freddie,
the-
you're-
Oh, that different guy?
Different
yeah,
guy.
different hunky guy.
Oh, why didn't you stop me earlier?
I thought that was Jimmy too.
No, they look the same, but that other guy
This
was
guy had red
slightly
shorts.
less chunky.
Yeah.
Guido juice heads abound in this
Yes.
movie.
So who was the one that was having the vision of him fucking that girl?
The less chunky.
Oh, that's not Jimmy?
No, that's
So
a different
this-
dude. We'll
not-
call him Tommy.
Let's call him Unjimmy.
And Jimmy.
Unjimmy says, "I didn't do it," and then immediately Dawson's punched him in the face, and then he's rapid fire punching him in the gut,
He karates him a little bit.
and then he does a spinning elbow to
There
the guy.
are so many spin kicks and
Yeah.
stuff.
Like the choreography and it makes the movie pop like a taco.
Doesn't it make you feel like one of the directors just did some kind of like athletic fighting
Something, yeah.
and like decided to like show it off?
Which, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why
throw
the H
in-
not?
They said
No.
it's the 80s. Let's throw all the 80s
And not
ism
just
here.
that. If you compare this to Fatal Games, the problem with Fatal Games is it was really boring. This movie never lets you get bored. They like any scene that could play out of him just coming in and punching the guy. They're like, no. You got to rapidly just attack him like an insane person. And his snap to judgment is so funny too.
Well, everyone
So
looks
quick.
extreme.
Yeah.
Like he's in little shorts. He's in like it's a blue shirt, red shorts. His hair
Yeah.
is insane. Like they're like giant veiny men. Like everything is insane. The aerobics people are just in the most colorful. The thongs and the front wedgies are like
It's insane.
It's so extreme. They're like the extreme Jack Doritos of people. And then like the cop he's like,
when the cop shows up.
Talk about his voice.
I think that guy was trying to do a Marlon Brando type of thing.
Do you?
And I think he just missed the mark.
This was the wrong time.
I come to Isn't that kind of like, how did he talk
He's
again?
like, Rhonda, I know that there's something going on in this gym.
Yeah, it was more weenie-ish than Marlon Brando.
But he doesn't look like he's like kind of like this big like dude.
He looks like a tough cop character.
Yeah, and then he's like,
hello.
Yeah. And then you
I'd
pointed
like to
out
ask you a few questions.
his deputy, Kelly's like, it's an Ed Wood cop.
yeah, he's got like a bumbling cop with a huge like beat cop hat, and he's like, oh,
And he's always got a styrofoam cup with him.
yeah,
And his hat, is on pushed back on his head
push
like Barney
back.
Fife.
He's like, gosh.
Although they never totally lean into him being a goofball detective.
they don't.
He just looks like one. And whenever they show him, it's almost like he's also lit differently than everyone else in the scene.
Yep.
Which is real weird.
Like Abbott and fucking Costello.
I mean, Rhonda really lucked out with these dumbass cops. Man, she just got to moita
Or
some
maybe
more.
she is such a smart killer that she got away with it because her broad daylight in front of everybody killing was like so, well done that nobody could figure out was her.
Her face is intense.
She was well done.
She's got the grin of a shark. She's just like a shark grinning, intensely faced, murdering, wig wearing fucking burn victim.
Pretty much.
Because she killed these people very boldly.
And then, like, classes continued
There's a class going on, and
while they're bringing the bodies out.
that's when she decided to a safety pin that guy. through
We're
the
gonna
head.
need more body bags.
But I'll tell you right now, she's all worried about business and keeping customers. And I'm like, these classes are full of chicks with their long vagina.
At one point, it felt like they were zipping up 2 body lengths of a body in one of the body bags.
Well, like the guy said, like we're running out of body bags.
Did they
here.
put 2 in one at one scene, or
Probably.
like it was just the way it was shot, where they're like?
Maybe she was a very tall. She was a long lady.
Yeah, that could have been it. Long vagina.
Long, tall drink of water.
It was like the Slender Man got killed there or something.
I was showing Kelly some of the box art.
3 things about this
It's
box art.
painted, which is great.
It is. First of all, these titties were not in this movie. Secondly,
Like
doesn't
the Cowan Twister.
doesn't it look like somebody buried him in the pet cemetery and he came back?
It's the picture of the cop.
Ugh, it's a terrible
If you go to
picture.
IMDb, you can see all the art for this movie. And one of them is the RCA Columbia Pictures like VHS box art for Aerobicide. Is what
Columbia
we're talking
Pictures
about.
has to regret this so much.
Oh,
No, they
there's
never-
another great
they shouldn't.
Aerobicide.
I think this is fun.
It has the casket from the opening. The when I say casket, I mean tanning bed, and it has the most enormous pair of titties.
Oh, I missed that.
No, those
and
certainly
it says
were not in the
Rhonda's
movie.
workout on them.
We didn't
nope.
talk about yet. Jimmy, our would-be rapist, actually is a romantic at heart and has figured out that Rhonda's the killer, but he loves her in his own disgusting way. So he kills... Who does he kill?
Dawson.
Dawson.
Yeah, he kills Dawson.
Which is shocking, kind of,
Yeah,
right?
'cause
Yeah.
you thought he's the hero of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
You think he's going to make it. There is no hero of this movie.
They have this like crazy long fight, and he stabs him with a
ice pick.
screwdriver or an ice pick or something like that to mimic what Rhonda's been doing because Rhonda's at this point been arrested because the cops onto her, right?
Rhonda's the hero of this movie, apparently.
Yeah, so the cop's like, well, I gotta let you go. He
he's like,
knows.
I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go.
He knows she's the killer, but somebody was just killed in the same manner. So he's got to, but he knows. And then Jimmy comes to her gym and he's like, I did this for you. And she's like, shoot, 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 and kills him.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. After you see her burned up titties.
Then we were treated to this tacked on storyline about the cop's dad being a vigilante cop and
That was
killing a
the
serial
dumbest
killer.
scene.
And how he's going to kill her now, and he explains it to her. And she grabs a shovel from him because she's quick and fit and hits him in the head with it.
The
and
blocking-
ostensibly buries him.
The blocking in this scene, I think, was my favorite because I just watch him take 2 steps to the right, look up, say a sentence.
Yeah.
Then 2 steps to the left, look up, and say another sentence. And this is the entire scene where he's telling the story about his dad being a vigilante cop. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's acting the shit out of this.
I like how he felt like he had to explain to her before he kills her.
Yeah. And she follows him all the way into the woods, knowing he knows.
Listen, cops, if
She
you're
ain't
gonna
right either.
if you're gonna vigilante it up and kill someone, you don't have to explain it to them. They're gonna be dead.
Yeah, just
It's
do
true.
it.
They don't really benefit from the story.
No,
And then Rhonda's back to running the gym.
you're only with her shark smile.
And her giant safety pin keys.
She looks crazy.
Yeah.
Like every time I looked at her face, I was like, if Joe from The Facts of Life was crazy and like was eating people,
Yeah.
she would look like that.
And that is killer workout.
Props to her and the Bumblebee lady.
I loved this.
I mean, weed helps because it always does. But even without it, I had so much fun with this.
But like so the very opening scene is her getting cooked in the tanning bed, and Andy's like, I bet she doesn't really die in this, and she goes on to kill, she's the killer and she's killing pretty people, is literally what it was. Andy said that 60 seconds in.
I should smoke more often, then I'll have more like.
Well,
It activates your psychic powers.
There you go. There you go.
Like again, wasn't easy. It wasn't hard to figure out.
That sounds like a superhero movie put out by High Times. Like the catalyst is weed, but it's the Dead Zone as done by High Times.
It's like Limitless,
Yeah.
but by High
But then,
Times.
like weed is outlawed, then you had to go, through other means to get it. So you're a rogue superhero.
You need to use your power to find out where to get your weed, but you can't because you don't have it. And it's like a conundrum, and you have to use old-timey means like phones.
Or you try to go sativa, but it makes you to a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
Yeah, just like that. All right. I think we all had fun with it.
Yeah, it was fun. It's colorful.
I love long vaginas.
What's your favorite kind?
Yeah.
Great.
I have to say, there's almost no time where like women squatting in thongs wouldn't be interesting to me.
Well,
True.
It wasn't just a squatting. At one point,
This did it.
They rested on their butts and just spread their legs open in a V and just kept doing that.
Yeah.
This was the least aroused I've ever been watching any aerobics class, real or on TV.
I mean, there were men in the class, but the camera never lingered on their crotches.
No,
That's
but
right.
they did
Amy
linger
did.
on that guy's biceps when he was curling.
Yeah, he was good eye candy.
Amy really needs that dong.
But it
Just
was out
saying,
of balance.
Equality.
Well, we can't really go
And
back in
nudity.
time and fix it.
I know, but we need to fix it now.
I feel like if a 13-year-old kid was watching this in the 80s, he would like hid this VHS under his bed.
Absolutely.
I had bikini car wash in my big chest at the end of my bed.
Okay.
I thought you meant in your heart.
Always chest.
All right, and we'll be wrapping up in a couple weeks with Death Spa,
All right. Yeah, Death Spa is...
which Freddie has promised is amazing.
I think Death Spa is the crown on this particular king cake that is exercise workout movies.
Exorcise.
It's so great. So great. So choice. If you have the means. Death Spa is on Shudder.
So should I still smoke before watching this, or it doesn't need it?
You'll feel like you're inebriated in some manner.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a question from Table Topics.
All
and
right.
this is inspired by the squatting Olympics class. I mean aerobics.
Olympics class.
For the Olympics. Gold medal in thong technology.
If you can get down to your local gym and take an Olympics class.
We all agreed that was a beautiful thing. So what's the most beautiful place you've ever seen? The most beautiful place you've ever seen. I can tell you right now.
You tell me.
It was on
It's a Castaway Key.
The Disney Fantasy in the Census Spa and those heated beds with the hot tubs and the ocean off in the distance. Easy. Although Castaway Key is a close second. Also very beautiful.
Mine's also going to be Disney related, but Animal Kingdom Lodge is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
Yeah, I don't want to ape everybody's.
Hey, man.
It's okay.
Live your truth.
Choices, but it's going to be Disney related. Just watching the water from the cruise ship was just amazing.
I don't know if this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Like, I really like my backyard. First of all, that might be the most
It is a
beautiful place
nice
I've ever seen. I like
backyard.
sitting out on my deck. It's not just the physicality of it.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say Hocking Hills too? That is just
Yeah.
a gorgeous, gorgeous place,
Ash
especially
Cave.
Ash Cave.
But one of the most beautiful views I ever had was we went to pick up cats in New Jersey, and we stayed at this Westin hotel that was right basically on whatever that body of water is across from Manhattan, where the Statue of Liberty and all that shit is.
Yeah.
What was that, Hudson Bay?
Yeah.
And so we were looking directly out at Manhattan. It was like it was really gorgeous. I couldn't stop. Just like I just pulled a chair up and sat and looked out the window.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I love that skyline.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati skyline is also pretty beautiful when you're coming from the south.
Yes. Agreed.
Come up
Yeah,
75.
especially at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, that was just so nice to talk about beautiful things.
Wasn't it?
It was.
Just like those aerobic classes. To me, that was beautiful. I know Kelly was like, I'm not aroused, but I was boner city that whole movie.
That's great to know. All right, let's talk about our Beelzebubs. Again, patreon.com/NOTLP. Donate at any level or anything you want to do or whatever you want to do. I don't care.
They
Freddy's
needed
the
to
mayor.
borrow some jiggle from the boobs and move it to the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they definitely
But I'll
could
tell
have
you-
used some meat.
Whoever was directing this was clearly into butts because that was, I think you got way more
No,
butt
agreed.
than boob.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They missed the. They
I missed the boob train.
They missed all the trains. They cast the wrong
missed the
people.
butt.
Central
The
assing.
butt train.
Yeah, central assing.
Yep. Our Beelzebubs. Mandy.
Aw, hey girl.
Zach.
What up, brah?
Zach.
Jared Bear and Cassie.
Dude.
Love you guys. I hope you're aerobicizing.
Get some pizza.
Oh, some deep dish pizza.
Adam.
What's up, Adam? I hope that you are wearing
Yo, man.
super high cut leotard right now,
I hope that for everyone.
and that you're squatting real hard and building up your pelvic floor.
Brooke, I hope you're just sitting somewhere comfortable.
Yeah. Or in a spa, or just, I hope that you're safe.
I
I
hope.
hope, I hope no one's coming at you with a giant safety pin, which is ironic.
We
but
don't
it's
want that
actually
for you.
Dangerous.
Ernest.
Ernie, man, I hope you're on a stationary bicycle, but that you're thinking about being on a real one and aspiring to it.
Imagining the landscape, speeding by.
Just whipping by. Wear a helmet, though.
Albert.
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 You don't have to do
Say their names. We have to say their names multiple times. Otherwise
I
it
can
doesn't
just
count.
see the wheels.
Albert.
I can
We-
see the
I know
wheels turning
Albert.
of you guys thinking of exercise equipment.
Yeah. We're gonna. We were talking about making something that you cook, and I can't remember what it was now, but
Okay.
he's in a supper group. That we're in.
Soggy
A
bread.
supper group.
Andy's soggy bread and sugar
It's like
sandwich.
it's like a cooking food group.
Oh, wow. That is not a place I would want to be.
That's fun.
Yeah.
But good for you.
Yeah,
I'm
it's on
happy for you.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it open?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called?
Last Supper on the left.
Nice.
Tree and Alex.
Hey y'all.
I hope you're side by side in those vibrating belt things from the 50s.
Oh, fat shaker belt.
yeah, those are so cool.
It would also be cute if they were both doing the thing.
Oh,
this-
ropes, whipping ropes.
Yeah, whipping ropes.
I've always wanted to do that, but they
Double
never had
Dutch?
them at the Y.
Double Dutch.
You know what they did? When I was speaking of the vibrating belt thing, the first Y I ever joined had one of those in their gym. It was so much fun.
Pee Wee's Playhouse had one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what it was supposed to do exactly,
Shake that fat.
but it makes no sense.
Brandon Boone.
Brandon, you don't even need to work out, honey. Mm-mm. You just got those good genes.
Blake.
Levi.
I'm sorry, who?
Balake.
Can I take this one?
Yeah.
I hope you're in those old-timey individual sauna things.
Oh yeah, where
Yeah.
your head comes out
And-
like
yeah.
Captain Pike.
And then when you get out, your body's all tiny because you've been there too long.
Mm.
You remember the cartoons? And they come out all tiny?
Oh yeah, that would be great. That's probably what he does.
Yeah.
Bill.
Bill.
I hope you're getting a massage from a giant Swedish woman.
And I hope that there are two men watching you in those wrestling singlets with giant handlebar mustaches and bald heads, and they have those big round dumbbells.
Yeah, they say 100 on each of them.
Yeah.
Mark,
hope that
thank
too.
you for the Spotify offer. I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to. I don't know.
What's the
Feels
offer?
like stealing. I tried to convince Freddie to cancel Apple Music because I want Spotify back, but he's like, no.
I have both.
I just told her to get Spotify for herself.
I don't want to spend the extra money if I already have Apple Music.
Why did you get rid of Spotify to begin with?
Because he wanted Apple Music, and
you
I
can
don't
have
like
both.
it as much.
I never told her she had to get rid of her Spotify.
I have both.
Mark, I'll let
You could
you
have
know.
both.
I do.
I just don't want to pay for both. Mikey P.
Then I'll pay for 2 pizzas.
And you know what's funny? Sometimes
Mikey
one
P,
has
are you
things-
on my side?
The other one doesn't.
Then you get 4 pizzas. Then I'll pay for 4 pizzas. Then you get 8 pizzas.
Well, suddenly I'm made out of money.
That's like a little
that
Caesar's
true?
joke.
Yeah, I remember that commercial.
It was a
Is
good
that
one.
true that I'm made out of money?
I don't
You
know.
do look like you have dollar bills stuck to your arms.
Your new bacon.
Bills, y'all. Elise.
I hope that you are, I don't know, just naked when I get home.
Oh, there you go.
I hope you dance.
Make it when I get home. Amanda.
I hope your
what's up,
sizzling's
girl?
okay.
You're what?
You're
You're
sizzling.
sizzling.
I hope your sizzling's okay.
That's not nice,
Amanda.
Andy.
They call it turkey bacon now.
And finally, to end this madness, Jimmy B.
Jimmy B. I hope you are doing clean and jerks, snatches,
Swallowing
deadlifts,
raw eggs.
swallowing raw eggs.
Clean and jack.
Can make you a man.
Have you guys ever done that? Eat the raw egg?
No.
A long time ago, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't eat it so much as let it slide down my throat.
Yeah, we did.
Your gullet.
hmm
I think we watched like Rocky or something when we were
Mhm.
kids, and we're like, "Oh my god, he's eating eggs!" And we all tried it, and it was real gross.
Because, like Popeye, you thought eating spinach would help.
Exactly.
You got to do what Rocky does, and you'll be like Rocky.
Yeah, it turns out you can't just squeeze the can of spinach and it goes into an
Yeah.
arc into your mouth.
Not unless you're incredibly strong.
And then, but
Like
if you can't
Popeye.
get the spinach, you'll never be strong, and then it's just a catch.
It
22.
is like it's like how you get into the roid rage circle.
Mhm.
You need the roids to squeeze the spinach. You need the spinach to squeeze the other can of spinach.
It's a vicious
Never
cycle.
ends. Yeah.
Well, that's great. I hope you aren't killed at the gym this week, listener.
I will definitely not be killed at the gym
Me
this
either.
week.
Me either.
There's
sister
not
friend.
even a slight possibility of that.
And we'll be back soon with Death Spa. Thanks so much, everybody.
2
Bye.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed.